My wife never once picked me up from the airport in 6 years of marriage. So the night of her big gala, I let her find out what just taking Uber feels like. Some context. I travel for work, 2, sometimes 3 trips a month. Every single time I land, I get the same text. Just grab an Uber, I'm slammed. 6 years. Red eyes, delayed flights, the time I flew home with a fever of 102. Once I landed at 11 p.m. on our anniversary and stood at arrivals watching other people get hugged while my phone buzzed with, "Traffic is crazy, RN, Uber's easier." Meanwhile, this woman has driven 40 minutes to pick up her sister from a spa day. She's waited at that same airport with a hand-drawn sign for her college roommate. She once left a dinner early to give her coworker a ride home because that's what you do for people. My friends told me to just tell her it bothered me. I had 3 separate times. Each time she'd say, "It's just a ride, babe. Why pay for parking when Uber exists?" And logically, fine. But it stopped being about the ride around year 2. It was about being the one person in her life who wasn't worth the drive. This spring, I decided to run an experiment instead of having conversation number 4. My last trip was a brutal one. 9 days, 3 cities. Before I left, I mentioned my landing time twice. I put it on our shared calendar. The morning of my flight home, I texted, "Land at 6:40 tonight." She replied with a thumbs up. I landed at 6:40. At 6:45 came the text, "Welcome home. Just grab an Uber. I'm in the middle of something." I stood at baggage claim, watched a dad scoop up his kids, and typed back, "No problem." And I meant it, for the first time, because I finally had a plan. Here's what she had coming. Her firm's annual gala was 3 weeks away. The one night a year she genuinely needs me. I'm her ride there and back, her coat holder, her getting the timing right logistics person. She doesn't drive downtown at night, hates valet, hates cabs in a gown. For 5 straight years, I've dropped her at the door like clockwork and circled back at exactly 10:30. For 3 weeks, whenever she brought it up, I stayed vague. When she said, "Gala's on the 18th, usual plan?" I said, "Sounds like a fun one." When she reminded me she'd need to leave by 6:15 sharp, I said, "Good to know," and kept unloading the dishwasher. 2 days out, she asked what I was wearing. I said I hadn't really thought about it. She laughed like I was joking. The 18th arrived. At 5:50, she came downstairs in the emerald dress, earrings in, absolutely stunning, and grabbed her clutch. "Okay, we should leave in 20. I looked up from the couch, in sweatpants. "Oh, I'm not driving tonight. I'm slammed. Just grab an Uber." Her face ran through the full slideshow. Confusion, amusement, waiting for the punchline. Then the drop, when she saw there wasn't one. "You're serious? It's the gala. Uber's easier," I said. "Why deal with parking?" She stood in our hallway in that beautiful dress, holding her phone, and I watched 6 years land on her all at once. She didn't yell. She just quietly ordered the car, and when it pulled up, she left without saying goodbye. She got home at 11:15. I was at the kitchen table. She sat down across from me, heels in her hand, and said, "The driver took the wrong exit, and I stood outside alone for 20 minutes after, in the cold, watching everyone else's person pull up for them." "Yeah," I said. "It's just a ride, though." She stared at me for a long moment, and then her eyes filled. "This is about the airport. All of it. Every time." I didn't answer. I didn't need to. "How many times?" she asked quietly. 6 years, I said. "Every trip. Every one." She put her hand over her mouth. We sat there in the kitchen for a long time while she did the math I'd been doing alone at baggage claim for years. 3 weeks later, I flew home from Denver. I texted her my landing time out of pure habit and told her I'd grab an Uber. When I walked out of arrivals, I almost didn't see it. My wife standing at the barrier in the exact spot where the hugging families stand, holding a paper sign with my name on it. Below my name in smaller letters, "Worth the drive." Always was. She's picked me up 11 times in a row now. She keeps a tally on the fridge like it's a debt she's paying down. I never asked her to. That's the part that finally fixed it.